This is like cutting edge stuff that everybody should pay attention to. And here's the truth: if you don't, you're going to get left behind. Really leveraging the technology that's already here, by the way, but it's only going to get more and more advanced. Like, I can't even imagine what AI technology, and some of us are afraid of it. You need to get over that. You can focus on the scary and the negative, or focus on the opportunity and the positive, because you can't do anything about it anyway. So Ferny, what's up? Excited to have you on, and can't wait to hear some of what you're going to share about AI and automation.
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate you and Nadya, just your support over the past few years. I know it could be controversial to like be introducing new ideas, you know, especially tech ideas to network marketers, because that tends to ruffle feathers. You're messing up my system. You know, what are you doing to my team? All that stuff. But here's the thing. I mean, I think network marketing needs to evolve. It needs to evolve just like any other business. And for a long time, it's the weird business in the business world that kind of is slow to evolve.
Yeah.
Whereas in any other industry, any other world, you'll get crushed if you don't evolve. And so, you know, I think also sometimes people mistake that adding technology or adding some sort of automation or now AI as part of your business somehow makes it less of a people business. No, it just allows you to connect with more people, and not only more people, higher quality people. And so I think that's the big opportunity that's always existed with technology and the internet and social media. But now what's happening is it's accelerating. So we will have a level of access to things that allow us to automate certain things of our business or make certain things of our business a lot easier than ever before. So when things become more accessible, if you resist them and other people adopt it, then you're going to be left behind faster. It's kind of like if you're just closing yourself off, you're not going to realize that these things are becoming so much easier and so accessible to actually incorporate in your business. It's going to be detrimental to your business. The people that are using technology and innovating are those that are growing the fastest, and they're not contracting with their industry, they're expanding. And so that's the difference it could make.
Well, I mean, it's the same conversation that we've been having for years around, you know, the ATM system and, you know, hiring a VA and maybe having multiple VAs and using, like, it just makes sense to leverage technology and leverage systems and outsourcing and AI and all these things, because at the end of the day, you can only talk to so many people, you can only create so many pieces of content, you can only do so much. And
you know, Ray Higdon, when attraction marketing really started blowing up, he said one amazing thing that I think still applies today, that if you're attracted to attraction marketing, or if you're attracted to social media strategies, or if you're attracted to automation strategies, or whatever it might be, if you're attracted to it from a place of weakness, meaning you really haven't done the work to develop the fundamental skills of network marketing, or the fundamental skills of attraction marketing, like if you're not doing the work as you yourself and learning the skills, then AI is not really going to help you, because at this point in the game, in order for you to be able to train any AI or incorporate any type of automation, you need to know what message you want in that automation in order for it to work. So you need to actually develop the skills of being able to talk and be effective with somebody one-on-one, engaging with people on social media, doing the Gary Vee method of like being a part of communities, being a part, you know, connecting with other people who are following other influencers in your niche, in your market, and building relationships and having back and forth conversations. When you become effective at that, when you start getting like, you know, a handful of enrollments per month, even, it doesn't have to be a lot. But then once you have those fundamental skills, then you're now you've set a foundation where you now can start adding the sexy stuff. And I think that's what I want to stress first, because, you know, John, I think one of the reasons you were so successful, and are so successful with attraction marketing, and you and Nadya both, is because you come from a background of kind of like the old school networking. You did so many home parties and home meetings, more than anyone I know. So you got to know people so well, and also the grit that it takes to be willing to do that. Then when you go into something that makes things a whole lot smoother and easier, you have the grit to like overcome whatever tech challenges you might, you know, run into. You have the grit to figure out social media platforms and try different things and not be afraid to screw up. But you also have the insight about people. that makes you so much more effective. So I think that's the first thing I want to stress is don't come into automation or AI or all this stuff from a place of weakness. Like, oh, I don't want to learn those things. Because
Right.
ultimately you're going to fail because you're going to have to lead a team of people that you're going to have to create a culture with and relationships with. And that's going to be a disadvantage if your team does grow.
You need to learn the foundation first. You need to learn
Mhm.
those skills, but you can do both. You can be learning both simultaneously,
Absolutely.
but you can't avoid the real work, talking to people.
Mhm.
You can't avoid the rejection, avoid doing the videos, the content. Now, there are shortcuts, there are ways that are easier or simpler, but at the end of the day, like you said, it does help if you're both developing yourself, your skills, your confidence, your communication, your relationships, like developing the hard skills and the soft skills while simultaneously developing the tech skills and strategies, but also not getting in over your head, trying to bite off more than you can chew. But it doesn't mean you can't do it. It doesn't mean you can't figure this thing out. There are people getting started right now, or people that are going to get started a year from now that are going to master what we're talking about, and they're going to blow right past you because you sat back overthinking and overanalyzing and get that analysis paralysis. So
it's kind of crazy how like quickly things are evolving where now you don't even need a funnel, you don't need a website to start building a contact list, and you could automate it to the degree that you want to. But if it was just like, even if it was manual automation, even if it was just collecting and adding it to a list that you could then manually follow up with, well, now we just solved the biggest problem in network marketing, which is not having enough prospects to talk to.
bingo.
And then none of them have to be your friends and family if you don't want to. They're not going to be your waiter or waitress or any of that stuff. They could basically be people from social media. And if you go viral and you don't have this automation in place, then there's no way you're going to be able to keep up with all the messages, no matter how hard you work, no matter how many people you hire. But an AI can basically do that effortlessly. And it's at a level now where it can talk and sound just like a real human being. You have to train the AI. You have to like basically write a few paragraphs so that it knows how to behave. And how do you know how it should behave? Well, you have to have the skills first. And so when you have the fundamental skills first, now you can talk to it essentially and make sure it's responding. And then if it does something that's a little off, well, then you just adjust what the directions were. It just needs to know more about your business and what you're offering and all that stuff. And so that's like a type of automation that I'm really excited about, because you just need to get a tool, and then the integration is literally click a button, log into Facebook, and then you're done. The whole point is you're building that list, which is with attraction marketing, like OG attraction marketing, that was a whole goal. It was to build your list. You know, the most valuable asset you'll ever own will be your list, because we don't own our downline. We don't own our social media following. We don't own any of that stuff. All that can potentially go away.
Right.
But we can own our list. And that means we own our network.
Yep.
That means we own our warm market. And we can recruit from that warm market. We can retail to that warm market. But also we can rebuild from that warm market if we ever had to. And so that's the security. In addition to building your business, it gives you security and it gives you options. You know, obviously, if you wanted to promote something else to that warm market that you have built a relationship with, you can do that. You have that influence. The big trend in the digital world right now is influencer marketing, becoming an influencer. That's what network marketing has always been about. It's about having influence with people outside and inside of your business, especially right now. And so that's just like one example of how like automation and AI together have made things a lot easier. And the more comfortable you get with getting uncomfortable and learning and exploring some of these strategies, the easier it's going to be for you to adopt and start getting your feet wet and eventually, you know, be an ace with all things that are evolving. Like you won't be scared anymore. You'll be like neck deep in it and you'll love it.